Thanks for joining us today at the IAB booth.
Well, I'd love to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
We're very glad to be able to do this with you and on our podcast because, of course, you are one of the founding members of IAB Hong Kong. And so we're very thrilled and we're very proud to have you here. And actually, I think a lot of people would be very curious as to what you think of the progress that IAB Hong Kong has made over the past, 8 years now?
It's about 8 years ago. I think 8 years ago, a couple of us in the industry, we actually had a vision and we wanted, a platform that would represent the digital marketing industry. We looked around in Hong Kong, there was nothing specific on digital marketing. We looked around in the US, we saw that there was, and it was literally 4 people in a room over lunch and said, why isn't there such a thing?
Yeah.
And so we decided that we would start it initially. That initial member base obviously grew to about 8 members in total that were the founding members. And we thought that if it was going to be an association, we wanted to be, the creme de la creme, and we gunned for the IAB. As to what the progress is, I wouldn't imagine that 4 people in a room over lunch would evolve to what it is today. Today we have over 100 active members. It's gone from strength to strength year after year. We're thinking bigger, we're doing better, and we're bolder.
Yeah.
And so, as a testament to that, last year was the inaugural launch of the IAB C23 conference. That saw over 500 people attended.
Very successful.
Very successful, lots of buzz, and that was our first try. If I was, one of the initial founders, I would say I'm absolutely thrilled and happy to see where the IAB has gone. But really, I cannot and absolutely will not take credit because the credit absolutely goes to people like you, and the hundreds of committee members who pour their hearts in to something that they believe. For anyone who is unaware, no one here is getting paid to do the work.
We're all volunteers.
We're all volunteers. Kevin, you guys still publish a paper. How does that work? The paper today is about 16 to 18 pages on a daily basis. Now, there is no way you can put 300 stories in the paper. So the paper for us is a curated product from the lens of our editors. They will go, if you did not have time to read the 300 stories we publish, you pick up tomorrow's paper, our editors, through their lens, through what they feel is most important to Hong Kong and to our reader base, these are the stories that you absolutely need to read and they get published in print.
But would you say that the print edition is still pretty important?
The print edition is important to certain types of target audience.
Yes.
It really depends on who you're talking to. From a marketing perspective, we feel each has a role. People love picking up magazines on weekends. They still do.
Yes.
It's a leisure read and all that. But, let's be realistic, David. You're not getting your breaking news in the paper tomorrow. The breaking news happens on your phone. We give you a push notification. You can read it. You know if that's a traffic jam or there's something important that you need to know.
Earlier on, you mentioned technology like AI, right? Do you have a sense of, apart from AI, obviously, which everyone's talking about even here, what are some of the other emerging technologies or ways to tell stories that could be interesting that you might want to explore a little bit more?
If AI did all the creatives and every single ad would look exactly the same, save for the logo. I love one of the AI companies, the way they call it, the product, it's called Copilot.
Right.
You need to fly that plane.
Yeah.
We will assist you, but don't, think that you're gonna just wheels off and that plane's gonna fly. We shouldn't adopt that with AI.
Don't let it do your thinking for you.
Don't let it do your thinking for you, and we will assist you. In advertising, we sometimes have to do research, we have to do post editing, like the folks here later with this video. That may ease out a little bit, but that adoption has to be moderate and it needs to be unique. As to other technologies, I think there might be opportunities for wearables, and in particular things like the Vision Pro. I look around, right? A lot of people wear glasses, I do. And what if this was something that I can tap and say, call Paul?
Yeah.
On my wrist or something, it will call Paul, he shows up. I think wearables is an opportunity. You are on an Apple Watch and it tells you many things already, so I think consumers aren't going to be resisting it. I think the issue right now is the format.
Kevin, thank you so much. This has
David.
been amazingly insightful. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure the viewers will learn a lot as well.
Thank you very much, and it's always great talking to you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
To do it again. One word I'd use to describe the South China Morning Post:
Intelligence.
Persistence.
understanding.
The South China Morning Post serve as a platform to host storytellings to really amplify the importance of culture.
It has great journalistic integrity. It's renowned for its quality.
Media partnership plays a crucial role for us to tell the story of Hong Kong around the world.
I'm Edward Bell,
Alpha Lau.
Angel Siang Le,
and I work with
the South China Morning Post.